Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke, and today we're going to be reading Ask Reddit. Serious, what are your tips for losing weight easily? Just a quick update before we begin, we're almost at 5,000 Narwhals already, and once we hit 5,000, we're going to be doing a special giveaway on our Discord server. So if you haven't joined the Discord server yet, the link is in the description below, as well as the top comment below, so definitely join it for that. Now let's get into the video. Learn to monitor your caloric intake. It's way more effective to consume less than it is to work off through exercise. I learned a lot when I started logging my intake. I thought I was eating healthy food, and mostly I was, but I was eating too much of it, in the wrong balance of things. For instance, rice. Way too much rice. Too many calories and not enough nutrition. Cereal. I had no idea a serving size was really that small. And again, nutritionally, cereal is pretty meh. Don't get me started on alcohol. With alcohol is carbs. These carbs, however, cannot be stored as fat. So instead, the body tries to use them ASAP. Any other foods that are taken in while drinking are immediately sent to storage, meaning that it's not alcohol per se that makes you gain weight, it's the extra calories it's mixed with, and the food you eat while drinking. That's why I only drink vodka with 0-calorie sodas. I think it's important to make a distinction between easily and simply. Losing weight is not easy, but it is simple. The only thing you have to do is consume fewer calories than you burn. Count your calories, and when you get to your goal calories for the day, 1,200 for instance, no more eating. Do this every day, no cheating. Piggybacking on the top comment, some more from my recent experience. 1. Think hard and honest. What are the times of the day when you eat that junk food that you regret the next day? Now, think harder. What can you do to prevent that craving? For me, it's to ensure that I have a full stomach around 6 p.m. 2. Calories in, calories out does work. Combine it with number 1 to make it work for you. 3. I found that I can have a light breakfast and lunch, and then progressively heavier afternoon snacks and dinner, and still be within my CECO limit. 4. Remember, it's a journey, not a destination. You may lose 1 pound each week, so be it. Don't get complacent. Take it 1 week at a time. If you messed up your diet in any week, no problem. Do better next week. 5. Feel free to eat anything, even fatty good, as long as you are within your CECO budget for the day. Good luck. Start by making a habit of drinking water constantly. It's super easy to do, and staying hydrated will help stop you from overeating while cutting out empty calories. Recently started this. I was constantly hungry for a week, but I eventually got used to it. I highly recommend this. I've lost a ton of weight drinking water before my meals. First thing in the morning, I drink water, then before lunch, dinner, etc. Oftentimes we overeat because we're thirsty. Stir fries. All you have to weigh, measure, or calorie count are vegetables, raw meat, and a tiny bit of oil. Trust no one with your meals, not even family. Take absolute control of what you eat. Everything pre-packaged and pre-made usually contains a frig ton of salt and sugar and other mystery BS. I second the trust no one with your meals, not even family. Told my mother I was not eating any sugar or carbohydrates. Ended up with strep throat a couple weeks ago. She brought me Jell-O squares and insisted they were sugar-free. I ate a bunch, got suspicious, and put them away. I called and asked her to confirm again that they were sugar-free. She said they were. Went back to work a couple of days later and texted her to ask if my diabetic coworker could have some. I do not have a diabetic coworker. She admitted that only half of them were sugar-free because there is less junk in the ones with real sugar. Her heart was in the right place. I love her, but trust no one. Good diet and regular exercise. There is no secret formula, unfortunately. For regular exercise, I always needed more of a defined goal than to just be fit. So I participate in a couple sports, rock climbing, volleyball, backpacking, and work out to improve in them. It's just something that helps me mentally. A big thing for me was retraining my mind to understand what real hunger feels like. My diet was so bad when I started losing weight that simply going a few hours without food was enough to make my stomach get tied up in knots, sometimes feeling pain to the point where I'd be convinced that was what starving felt like. Obviously, this is a problem in that it made me feel like I was hungry all the time when I actually wasn't. So by doing some intermittent fasting, several days a week, I would eat all of my daily calories in a short 6 to 8 hour window and then not eat the rest of the day outside of that. I was able to teach my mind what real hunger feels like compared to just stress or comfort hunger. This has made a world of difference for me because I'm now at a point where I don't really need to count calories. I can just read my body's hunger level and eat accordingly. Learn to cook, prep your meals, and stick to a routine. Allow yourself cheat meals, but tell yourself you'll make it at home. Dying for Five Guys? Grab some fresh meat from the store, fixings, and grill at home. Tacos? Home. This allows you to control exactly what goes into your cheat meal. Also, it gets you involved in the kitchen and excited about cooking. Plus, I've found that over the course of the journey, I'd consciously start making my cheat meals healthier. If I cranked out a pan of lasagna, I'd use turkey and throw a bunch of veggies in. If I was cooking burgers, I'd get thin buns and use hummus instead of mayo, etc. I've lost about 80 plus pounds over a year, 277 to about 195 right now. To lose weight, I only changed what I ate and didn't really change how much I exercised. I only ate when I was hungry and focused on eating protein before anything else because it filled me up more. Eating protein first meant I would eat less carbs and less plain sugar throughout the meal. Breakfast, scrambled eggs and turkey bacon. Not feeling eggs? Have a fruit smoothie with some protein powder. Don't really want that? Have some Greek yogurt like Chobani. Not too much though. If I focused on eating those foods first, I wasn't hungry for the crappy breakfast foods like pastries. Lunch, I always mixed a protein with some grain and or veggie, like chicken sausage with the grain mix. I have a few that I rotate though. Salmon with carrot noodles, turkey sausage with spaghetti squash, etc. Dinner, basically the same as lunch. Protein with the grain or veggie. I also love cooking with coconut oil. It's a great substitute for regular oil and provides a rather interesting taste when combined with certain spices. Also, try to enjoy cooking. I've developed a fondness for cooking, and it makes me have a healthy relationship with the food I'm eating. Along with that, I know exactly what I'm eating when I prepare my foods, rather than not knowing exactly what I'm eating. Losing weight is mostly diet. Exercise just makes it a bit easier. Really, you shouldn't just be on a diet. You should change your diet. If you lose weight by being on a diet, but then go back to old habits, you'll gain the weight back. So start paying attention to your calories. Do you drink soda? Move to diet, or better yet, cut it out completely. Maybe use it as a weekend treat. Don't replace soda with juice or milk. Both are high calorie, and juice is just as full of sugar. Better sugar, but still sugar. How much processed carb do you eat? They tend to be the more calorie-dense things. At least they were in my diet. I started only using 1 slice of bread for a sandwich instead of 2. That was 100 calories I didn't miss. Do you want a slice of bread or do you want to walk for 20 minutes? Speaking of sandwiches, instead of a ton of meat, cheese, and butter on your sandwich, try loading it up with more veg. Cut out the cereal if you eat it in the morning. If you do eat it, get a measuring cup and measure out a serving and see how that compares to what you were eating. And remember, milk is high calorie too, so you're basically having a bowl of sugar in the mornings. Not very good. I used to need breakfast in the mornings, and now I can get by without anything or just having a banana in the morning to keep me sated till lunch. Basically, it boils down to eat more veg and less crap, but less calories overall. Everyone is just listing the simple truth to weight loss. No one is mentioning how they easily lost it. My secret was finding an activity I enjoyed. My brother wanted to join a hockey team, but didn't know how to skate. Not wanting to learn alone, he asked if I would join him. I did, and fell in love with the sport. My life quickly became hockey. I did anything I could to give myself an edge. Threw myself on a diet, got skinny, and then bulked up. It was so easy, because it was all for a purpose, other than just telling myself I need to lose weight. Find something you enjoy that involves fitness and focus on it. Soon enough, you'll do what you need to do for weight loss with more motivation. Stop snacking, or at least limit yourself to 1 a day. Soda is a no-duh, broda. Find some exercise that you can actually stand. I like to go running or walk my dog while listening to podcasts or watch Netflix on a treadmill. Limit yourself when you buy groceries. Maybe buy 1 salty and 1 sweet junky thing a month, and that's it. Don't eat when you're not hungry. Drink water. Know this, most fruit juices are way overloaded with sugar. And most of all, find habits that you can stick to. If you can't do CrossFit or keto, that's okay. Just watch what you stick in your face and make sure you're doing something active. And you're doing great. And that brings us to the end of the video, narwhals. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed. If you made it all the way to the end, feel free to comment narwhal so we can see who made it to the end. Subscribe if you're new to join our community here on YouTube, known as the Narwhals. And if you haven't yet, join our Discord server for our special giveaway at 5,000 narwhals that'll be happening only in the Discord. The link is in the description below or the top comment below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, have a good one, narwhals.